Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are making a 12 by 12 scrapbook layout using the Weekender digital kit from Traci Reed. This is her recent kit for the month of May. I've printed out a few of the 3 by 4 cards, and we're going to be using our classic circle punches. I've also just cut my circle photo. This is just what it was, a 4 by 6, and I just made it into a circle as well. I have some white cardstock pilled, and what I'm also going to do is that it's not from Traci Reed, but it's a similar pattern to like this orange and even this yellowy color and even this one over here in the corner. This is just going to be like the border for our thing. So just the edge is what I want to make it. So it's not a big component, but I just wanted something else so that it just wasn't all white. So we're just going to cut out a bunch of circles, and I feel like it might just cascade in a diagonal, or maybe we'll just do horizontal. We'll see where the wind takes us. But for now, let's get cutting. I have the 1 inch, 1.5, and 2 inch circle punches. Go figure, they're not even the same brand. I have this one is Recollections, this one is Paper Studio, and this one's Paper Studio well. So these are both Hobby Lobby, and then this one's Recollections is Michael's. But if you don't even have punches, you can even use dies if you have it, if you want to get the similar look. But I'm just showing you a simple circle layout to use for a kind of dynamic effect. So let's get started. So I'm just trimming my paper so that I can easily punch them. But if you have a collection of punches in different size hearts, or maybe you have a collection of hexagons, or if you have some circle ones like me, this layout really does pack a punch. Pun intended, right? Because I just take the variety of the paper patterns and punch the holes in different sizes. So I think I get a variety of all of them. So like the 2 inch, the 1.5, and the 1. I think I get the most, obviously, of the 1 inch because you can use like little corners of the papers once it's been punched by the larger ones. So this is my first round going through all of them. And as I put the layout together, you'll start to see that even for some of them here, like I start using just like all the edges, even if I got like half a circle, because I figured those I can use for like tucking pieces behind other circles. And that works fine for a majority of it until I want like a top layer when you see it starting to come together, that I need the uniformity of having a complete circle because I pop it up on like some fun foam. And then having it, be a half a circle doesn't work for the ones that will be the layer on top. But it's a fun process. Honestly, I listened to an audiobook this whole time when I was punching these out. So even if you have them in circles, this can be done. And having a variety of different pattern papers also gives it a like colorful look. So even if you have like obviously you can do this with scraps paper. So if you have a bin of scraps, which I know all of us do, take 4, 5, 6 of them that have similar colors or colorways or color stories, and use up the scraps by doing this layout as well. So I do like the diagonal, and I do stick with that. I thought about going like just across the page horizontally, but in the end I definitely just stick to the diagonal thing as well. I also go in, put some fun foam on my photo, and then before I get started, I want to do some like splatters of black, which is what I kind of do. I was like, oh, let me do it first before the splatters get on each of those pieces. And right there, I was testing. This used to be like my go-to, just like ink black splatter, and it was all kind of like drying up. So I just ran to the bathroom real quick and added some water to kind of re-liquefy it, and that's what I'm doing right now. So this round of doing it, most of this does get covered up, but I do go back and add more once it's done by protecting the rest of the layout and adding more just because I want that look of the splatter. And like I said, most of it gets covered up. So here I am just, going to town. There was no rhyme or reason. It was whatever I grabbed. I just also kept in mind that I didn't want the same patterns touching each other. So if I had a green one on the lower left, I put a green one on the upper right. And that's just how I went through my formula, which, like I said, was rather random. So I did enough tucking and enough visual ones, and then I wanted to do a few more clusters on the bottom where I got my title of Around Here. That was from the sticker sheets. And then I did a few circles on the top with some of the die cuts on the top left as well. And those 2 clusters will finish it off. And then here's me going in with navy. Heidi Shine, Color Shine, Navy Shimmer, which actually is really pretty. So yeah, that's my layout.
Okay, that will wrap up this layout. Doing that splatters with this was really hard for some reason. I wonder what's wrong, but I tried to do it with that ink splatter. That dried up, so I need to get some new black splattering abilities. But the navy has some shimmer on it, so it adds a little bit of contrast there, which I kind of like. These, they need to make these again. Heidi Swap, if you're watching, make these again. But you saw enough of the footage too where I added a lot of those circles up on pop dots, or not pop dots, like foam tape, and then the 2 clusters up here and down here for the sentiments and stuff. I wonder if I should add some gold. It's really fun and bright. I always like doing these too, especially if you're ever needing to use up scrap paper. Taking out your punches is a very good way to pack a punch in your layout. So thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Give this video a thumbs up, and until next time.